fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. I hate all this overthinking. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to sitting here. Thought I heard my phone ring, but it disappeared. Guess I'm just losing my mind again. I tell myself to breathe in, but the darkness sung its teeth in, and its mind has got me thinking. Sick and tired of feeling, so sick and tired of dreaming. 'Cause I always wake up sick and tired of believing that this pain will never end. Oh, I've had enough. Cause it always comes back again, and I'm not even gonna pretend that it's okay. Constantly putting bad thoughts on replay. I really don't like living life this way, but I know that these things will never change. Tell myself to breathe in, but the darkness sunk its teeth in, and its mind has got me thinking. So sick and tired of dreaming, 'cause I always wake up sick and tired of believing that this pain will never end. Oh, I've had enough. I've had enough. Here we go again. You're my friend. You're my
Why didn't I know from the very start? Oh, you left me here just to fall apart. If I wrote you a letter, would I have a chance? Would you read my letter if I had it sent? If I wrote you a letter,
Howdy, my hardy rockers.
We rocking hard or hardly rocking out there?
We are your casters for today's match, JDAWG and PiggyPower.
Not to be confused with Shaq and Kobe, though.
You may have heard us in other circles being referenced as Shaq and Kobe, but there are a few major differences between us and them.
Anyways, the game for tonight is going to be SD Mines Varsity Overwatch versus SWOSU, which stands for Southwest Oklahoma State University.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does, Piggy.
All right, let's move to the last match recap. It was a doozy. I don't actually remember what happened at all. We lost. We lost
that match, unfortunately. It was very close, with Speckle performing to the top tier ever recorded.
We're watching a few of our old clips right now just for the nostalgia. This is not the most recent game that we played.
We told T that we didn't want to steal the show, but he's forcing our hand. I'm
giving it. Anyways, this could be a pretty... Let's move to team lineups, actually. So, for our starting roster for SD Mines, we got Wiesel, the captain, fearless captain. Big title to inherit. On Flex DPS, we got Speckle, Tank, Ringo's rocking it out there, and then Demon, Heathen, and everyone... Actually, I lied. Wiesel was on support. Demon Heathen is on support, and everyone is on DPS. Hitscan DPS.
Indeed. And on the SWOSU, SWOSU Bulldog side, we have the starting roster. We have Sebser, their fearless captain. Hard title to take on. We have Balter, Nor, False Savior, Sly Fox, and for substitutions for the Bulldogs, we have Maniac Muffin and Sam Sarah.
They're looking like a tough team to beat out there. I heard that they have a pretty impeccable win rate so far. They're top of the region over on the other side of the bracket, and now that we're entering playoffs, we have to face them in round one, and it could get ugly out there.
Being the underdogs against the Bulldogs is an interesting spot to be in, but my prediction, 3-1 Hard Rockers.
3-1 for Hard Rockers. That is a bold take. There must be a very strong regional difference out there for Hard Rockers to come out on top here. I think a lot of the losses Mines has faced in the past few games have been kind of Mickey Mouse, and
I agree. I agree 100%.
When they play up to their potential, I think they are truly in contention to be the best team in this bracket. And so I'm going to go with a strong 3-0 for this match.
Oh my gosh.
I think other regions are full of frauds. And
I agree.
Our team is just better.
I think for us to not be ranked number one in the region, you know that our region is absolutely stacked full of talent. Speckled not being at the top where he belongs is just an absurdity. So I think we show our worth here tonight. 3-1 is my prediction. 3-0 prediction for Piggy. Let's get into it.
Hell yeah. Speckle might need a stepladder to get to the top.
I'll put him up there myself on my piggyback.
Okay. Just checking.
So we're loading into the lobby here.
Looks like we're banning Ilios. That's great.
Ooh,
I hate that map.
Ilios. Yikes.
Ilios,
I've heard it called.
Have you?
I don't know. Maybe once or twice.
Okay, well, ideally, I think we play Lijiang. It's a very familiar map for our teams here at Mines.
Indeed.
We love to run the Brawl comp. I know Ringo is super proficient on the Mauga and the Ramatra, and not as proficient on some of those dive tanks that might do better on maps like Ilios. Very smart ban from the fearless Captain Wiesel.
I'm excited to be taking notes here from the Ramatra. That's probably my worst hero, so I'm excited to see how it's done at a professional level.
Yeah, and if our viewers weren't aware, we're not actually just random people casting. We are, in fact, former members of the varsity SD Mines team.
Indeed.
And I think that shows a lot of repertoire and knowledge in our casting, and I hope to be able to put that on display for tonight.
We're hoping to get the non-existent award of best casters for varsity Overwatch of all time. Put your votes down below. There's a link down there that T will be sending out that should send you to that voting site.
Oh, and it looks like we have a message from a fan coming in. double underscore D. I always forget Piggy is Shaq, right?
All right.
Actually, that's not the case. I'm actually Kobe. I'll show it off here. This is actually
As you can
signed,
see,
by the way.
We got that signed a few years ago. Mine's
Oh my
actually
God.
signed as well. I am Shaq, as I am the tank player.
Yeah.
It would seem that like maybe our teammates specifically should know that, but unfortunately they
What can you do?
Don't care. So
And it looks like Nepal is actually going to be chosen. P Diddy in the chat asked which is which. Hopefully that
hopefully we
answers that.
cleared that up. That's a great question from P Diddy 1010 or PD1DDY. So that's actually a really important disclaimer there. Hopefully we cleared that up.
Yeah, I hope so too. But we're moving into Nepal here, and this is a really interesting map. This is going to be a control map or King of the Hill, and in these maps, teams fight for control of the center of the point, and whichever team controls it for longer and gets to 100% wins the round.
Indeed, and so that'll be 3 rounds and then best of 3.
Yep.
So we're heading into the game now. Let's see an exciting first round.
And the first submap here, we're looking at Sanctuary, which is entirely indoor, and it has this this very dangerous pit surrounding the center of the map.
Yes.
And I hope to see some environmental kills here. It's always fun.
Indeed. Environmental kills are what get Bibbidi Boob, also known as PSX Bibbidi, also known as Robert Book, excited.
Just fully
during
doxed
these
him on
matches.
stream.
I did indeed. I wish he were here to cast with us.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Didn't die, but
He's not dead, just
we
to
don't know
clarify.
where he is.
Anyways, it looks like we have both teams rolling out on the Ramatra. That is looking to be a really strong pick in this meta, especially after Mauga was nerfed on the most recent patch.
And it looks like we're seeing a mirror from everything except the supports here. That Symmetra is simply, I would assume, just to get everyone out of spawn as quick as possible, and then we'll be swapped back to Sojourn for both teams.
I would expect that. And I know Mines isn't quite as confident at that Curie Lucio comp because Demon Heathen is just a demon on the Brigitte.
Indeed, I heard of that as well. So this Brig Juno comp is a good second option for the Hard Rockers.
Both teams are fighting for control.
Oh my
of the
gosh, a
side area.
big early pick on the tank from the Hard Rockers.
I think that was a big wall coming out from Speckle that allowed Maniac Muffin to get taken down right away. And now everyone is cleaning up on the Soj, and Mines will win this first fight and take this crucial doorway area that really controls most of the map.
And be careful, Piggy. We don't want you to hit that glaze limit too early in tonight's match. So let's just call it a good pick from Demon Heathen.
Yep. And now it looks like SWOSU is pushing back into this room. There's a huge brawl going on, big disruptor fields,
Oh
and
my
Ringo
gosh.
gets walled on the other side and taken out.
He was traded. Their Lucio is dead, but this is going to be quite the brawl out. Everyone is here far in the back, able to spam. Do some good damage on that choke. This choke holding is great. Oh no, but Speckle does go down.
Another great wall
Oh.
comes out and cuts off that Sojourn, and without that suppressing fire, the rest of SWOSU is able to push in and clean up Mines.
We don't want to call this... We don't want to make too many assumptions too early here, but these walls have been absolutely devastating from both teams. We're seeing a lot of skill expression from them. Another big wall here.
Ringo is forced to use that block. Unfortunately for SWOSU, the wall wasn't quite complete, and he's going to get healed up, although Demon Heathen, in their effort to push forward and heal Ringo, gets taken out by the enemy Sojourns.
Smoked. Yeah, this is just... I mean, we've just seen walls being compared back and forth. Okay, a huge wall here with the Blizzard from Speckle. I like this a
deadly
lot.
combo.
Oh,
It's
but the
not going to find the
cleanse is
freeze.
too good, and the freeze finds Ringo.
Freeze coming out for both teams. No one is taken
Oh
out.
my
Everyone
gosh.
is too scared to push in this brawl
Oh,
comp.
but
And
Speckle gets swung.
gets taken.
That was a crazy back and forth. We saw Blizzards from both teams, but unfortunately, the Hard Rockers took a hit.
We can see exactly how effective the Mei is on this map. Orbit coming out for the side of Mines,
And Ramel coming out from SWOSU.
as well as Rally for Mines. That's actually both supportals coming out. They are going to be able to pick off the Kiriko, and SWOSU's going to have barely any healing for the rest of this fight, and Mines will clean them up.
Yeah, we saw a path there also at the end from SWOSU, so that's a huge thing to get out. Unfortunately, they still do have the beat coming in.
And an interesting comp switch coming through. Noir is swapping to the Ana from Kiri. And that is because against Juno Brig, which usually has a lot of sustain, that nade can be a serious fight-winning ability.
True.
And there's no need for the Kiriko cleanse if the other team doesn't have an Ana of their own.
Speckle does seem to be caught out here.
Ringo,
Huge ult from Ringo.
Ringo
Getting
pushes
beat
in
out.
from behind.
But naded. Oh! See, that nade did actually come in clutch there for SWOSU.
I don't think he had quite realized that they had Nana yet, and he pushed in a little too aggressively.
Hopefully we'll see some good stall out of South Dakota Mines to hopefully take a little more percentage here. Or the map
They will be
gets swapped.
stalling. Demon pushes into the Ana, but gets slept.
Speckle actually hits a crazy stall here. Getting percentage every second he survives.
And they will take that past 70% and take a solid lead here. They're not going to have too many more fights to get back in, though. Especially with everyone dying late.
That was an unfortunate stagger there. They will still get one more team fight here. Everyone does have ult, but both Blizzards are coming back, as well as Nano from SWOSU.
And that Annihilation.
And Ram ult as
Nano
well.
Annihilation and Blizzard are it's going to be a very rough trio of ults to push through to get to point. Especially with a big anti like that coming out on the tank and May of Mines.
Oh, yeah. So as expected, they dumped Annihilation, Blizzard, and Nano that fight in order to secure this round. Unless a clutch touch comes from South Dakota School of Mines.
And I don't think they'll be able to find it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Des came too late, and SWOSU was able to clean up that round. Now, future maps, if we go to Village, the May could still be an influential pick.
Indeed.
But on the other sub-maps of Nepal, those walls are a lot less impactful, and we'll have to see how that changes this game.
I agree. I think that was a really close round. I think the back and forth with the walls were the most impactful things until that Ana switch came in and devastated Mines with those nades.
Absolutely. And if SWOSU decides to stick on this, it looks like they're running on a Juno, which is a very popular backline right now. It allows the speed from the Juno, as well as the tremendous healing output from both of them, and the fight-winning capabilities of the Honor Nade. And if Mines is not willing to run a Kiriko, that could be very troubling.
It's true. Running the Brig Juno is another good backline. However, I'm worried that the Ono Juno may be better in this matchup.
I think if Mines starts to lose to this Ana Juno comp, they need to recognize that quickly and swap to something like Dive.
I like the Speckle sim here, though. A little risky, but absolutely melting right now.
Oh, I didn't even realize he stuck on the sim out of spawn, and it allowed them to kill that May right away. Although Maniac Muffin just pushes in and kills both supports.
They have the space, but they don't have the supports. Everyone's dying left and right. That's an unfortunate... That was an incredible push by Maniac Muffin. Who is their sub?
Probably. I don't know if we know for sure. But that is one weakness of the Brig. It is very good into dive comms, where the Ana is not in this almost mirror matchup. But against something like the Ramatra, who can punch through shields and has a very dominant presence, Brig has very few abilities to let her get out.
It's absolutely devastating against a Brig.
Especially with this aggressive playstyle that we frequently see out of Demon.
We do see some, again, good space take, but just picks from the enemy team here. Oh, it's a big pick by Ringo. Trading going on.
But the tank and Symmetra are still pushing deep. And they're going to find good trades here, but they don't manage to take control of the point.
Be able to take the point. Oh, and Speckle goes in alone, unfortunately. So that's going to be a fight win from SWOSU.
Ringo dying late here, unfortunately. Unless his supports get back, they might be able to re-engage here pretty quickly.
This is risky. Scared that this stagger might be devastating. Got to help our Ringo. Nice.
Wiesel is just desperately trying to keep line of sight with his tank to keep him alive in these fights.
We have annihilation from both teams coming in here. Oh, we need to see it from Ringo. Oh, the nano. Rally. Oh. So many ults being produced here.
Combo, just area of effect damage. But Speckle manages to find a pick. And a huge Simwell comes out, prevents him from dying to that Ramatra, and he's going to get plenty of trades. Ringo goes down, but
everything
it's
else
a positive matchup from here.
That was an incredible fight win from Mines. Speckle really carrying that with the first two picks. It is insane to see that many ults come out. It's a crazy fight to win.
And Mines still has the advantage here. They have that Ray already, which SWOSU also has, but they already have their overclock ready. And so I'd really like to see both of those ults come out before Sly Fox has the Blizzard available, and that'll let them really take control at this point.
Mines has almost a guaranteed fight win here if they ult first. It is imperative, and they are doing it. This is incredible.
A counter Ray comes out, but that's often a losing situation since most of the team is already backing up, and we are seeing that Ringo is able to push in so deep with that Ray.
Unfortunately, Speckle does get picked early here, making it an even trade. So this fight is even. We don't have form yet. Oh my god, lucky we got that form cooldown back in time. We have the point here. We're holding space, and we are even. We need... Yes, exactly that.
Need a big overclock to come out. Unfortunately, Wiesel goes down. They're not going to have a lot of support, and everyone gets taken out by that tank.
Yes, he just comes flying through in form and absolutely devastates the opponent.
That being said, Mines was able to get a lot of percentage on the point. Speckle coming in at the last second to stall as well.
Hopefully Ringo can get out.
Oh, he managed to get that form.
Oh, but he's antied.
He gets antied, but they're not going to be able to push past that corner to kill him.
That's good.
Ringo's doing really a pretty good job of disengaging when the fight's over and being ready to engage again. That as well.
A lot of health.
He is very dependent on supports, and now we're in a really bad situation. If you look at the side of SWOSU, they have all those little check marks at the top of the screen, and Mines has 0. So this
coming up on 2, but it's going to be too late. Oh my gosh, same thing as what happened in round 1. Just that final fight, having a ton of ults coming from SWOSU, and it's just...
I don't hate that, though.
Impossible.
They get rid of that Blizzard, they get rid of that Annihilation, and now there's going to be a lot less face control for SWOSU, and another fight will come through with Rally and an Annihilation of our own for the side of Mines.
I do like this. I think this TP is crazy, but I love it. Oh, if he can just shield
big
him
anti
until
comes
he's
out.
Not antied.
Oh, no.
Oh, that anti is just so huge.
Especially onto the TP. The Ana can just wait until people come through the TP and throw a biotic grenade onto the floor and just hit everyone. So Southwest Oklahoma State University will take the first map of the series.
That was a crazy back and forth. Although it was 2-0 for rounds, I believe both those rounds were quite close.
Yeah, just with a few tweaks, maybe in comp or play style, I think Mines could come out on top in future maps.
I agree. I think that, unfortunately, the walls back and forth, it was just slightly in the favor of SWOSU in that first round. And then the Sim, although it got some early picks, was just unable to carry the way I think Mines thought it would.
Especially with that Ana controlling the TP. That's such a smart play. A lot of the time, you can just surprise their backline, jump on them, and win the fight really quickly. But with that Ana there, she just needs one cooldown, and then your entire fight plan is dismantled.
I do think that Ana swap may have, unfortunately, put Mines in the dirt that map. That was a great play by SWOSU, identifying the use case of the biotic nade.
The good thing is, looking to future maps, I know we said we're more of a brawl team a lot of the time, but against Ana Juno, dive can be very good, and we know Speckle has a decent Tracer and Genji on him.
We know that Speckle has no life Genji since release. We hope that his skill has followed that in some form. It's hard to say, but hopefully we'll see that in this next map.
Oh, I don't have any liquid to drink.
True.
Just redeem
we do
the
need
hydrate.
some hydrates. We might.
Maybe later. Well,
maybe after break.
Maybe
we'll see some beverages appear.
Oh God. Maybe next time Hale is casting, they can do that.
They can catch up. Yeah, they'll catch up on the hydrates for us. Thank you, Hale, for that. Hale is just such a good team player. They always are willing to do what's necessary.
And also, I don't care that you don't sport. You should know who Kobe is. It's like
that is.
It's basic ball knowledge.
Basic ball. Tier 1, level 1 ball knowledge, actually.
We see a Paraiso ban coming through. That map, I do not like playing out a lot of the time. The second point has a lot of oppressive high grounds, and they choose King's Row.
Again, going with the comfort picks here.
I don't know how well it's going to work. Into that Ramatra on a Juno, I don't think the Brig is the best choice, and because of that, I think Mines is at a disadvantage.
I do agree. Unfortunately, you saw some really good counterplay from SWOSU, and you're going into another map with the same approximate meta comp. You're seeing another brawl map, and it's just, I'm worried we're going to see a repeat.
I am too. I really hope to see some more creative things coming out. Maybe, I know everyone is pretty locked into playing this Sojourn in this meta, but not everyone, Speckle, I think could bring out another hero that could put a lot of pressure on that backline.
And you can't see the face cams right now, but our team is thinking very hardly. And they're communicating, and they're coming to a conclusion and a solution for that on a comp.
That is what we aim for here at Mines. We got some talented thinkers here, some big brains in the seats.
We have a few aim players, but mostly we have game sense players, and that's what we like to see
and
here on the Mines
they are
team.
hitting the thinker. They're very obviously expressing some brain power, trying to figure out what to do this map, and I think they got this.
The emotes we are seeing from the Mines team include Wiseal's mustache touch. We're seeing, what else? We're seeing some thinkers. We're seeing some of this. Joe is just staring directly into the camera. Very scary, very ominous.
Who's Joe?
I don't know. Joe Mama. Anyways, so we're going to hop into the Kings Row game. Yeah, sorry, Speckle. Joey D. Speckle.
Mines is starting on offense. The winners of the previous game have the privilege of picking which side they start on, and they chose defense, which is considered a competitive advantage because then when you swap to offense, you know what you have to do.
Indeed. You're able to sort of calculate the amount of effort. I don't know how much of an advantage it truly is. I feel that you should be ready to punch through instead of punching at a certain level, but we'll see if that advantage works in SWOSU's favor.
Absolutely. And now we are moving into a hybrid map, and that it really means a hybrid of an assault map and an escort map. You start out with a capture point where the attacking team has to push through the defending team's defenses and take control of a point, and then after that point is captured, they also have to move a payload through 2 checkpoints.
Dude, we do love these hybrid payload and point maps here. It shows kind of your ability to not only attack a singular objective, but also move with an objective later on in the same map. We're seeing quite an interesting comp choice out of Mines here. Speckle on the Pharah. We'll see if he keeps that.
I expect him to. He's been playing quite a bit of Pharah recently, and she is in a pretty good place in terms of game balance. And we're also seeing their support line take influence from SWOSU and match that on a Juno.
We'll
see if that works for them.
SWOSU running basically the exact same comp. Like we said, we were likely going to see a repeat of comps from SWOSU, and we are. It is interesting. I am excited to see Wiseal's Ana here. Oh, an instant rotate here is really good. Although Ringo is kind of alone. Oh, no.
Demon gets taken out, and Maniac Muffin is just chasing them through the halls.
You have Ringo behind them, but I'm not sure what use that has when the rest of their team is being hard held by their Ramatra.
We'll see what work Ringo can get down on this high ground back here. He is definitely going to be a nuisance, and hopefully he can open up something for everyone who's back.
Huge nade out of Will, or Wiseal.
That was across the map. He took out Caesar, and now the Ana is gone too, and they're going to win
That
this.
gave them their opportunity to push through and to take out SWOSU to get that first point. That was an incredible play. We're seeing the cleanup here.
Some pretty clean air shots on the Juno going in a straight line.
Direct
but
hit air shots from our Speckle Pharah player. We're seeing some early space taking. A swap to Zarya as well. That's an interesting pick.
Yeah, the Zarya coming out, I'm not entirely sure what that's about. Zarya did get nerfed in this most recent patch. It's harder for her to hold on to the energy now. And into Ramatra, it's a pretty even matchup. Well, they might just be a comfort pick, but I'd really like to see how well the Zarya performs against the tried and true Ramatra comp.
I mean, this is the comp, besides the May, of course, that we first started seeing that on a Juno was with the Soj Zarya. So I wonder how maybe they have a lot of comfortability with that comp, a lot of scrimming. Oh, we see an early...
An early barrage comes out just to take out Maniac Muffin, and that's super smart from Speckle. He knows that if that tank dies, the rest of the team just has to back up.
He doesn't risk it. He doesn't go for a 5K or a 4K. He knows just to take that key component out. This is a really good push. This is a really good map so far by Mines here. They're able to hold these spam angles with that Pharah. And I'm really excited to see Ringo's ult here, as well as a upcoming orbit. Oh gosh.
A nano comes out onto that Zarya right away.
They ult first here, which is unfortunate.
And they are able to take out that Juno.
Yeah, it looks like they should just save ults and reset here.
Mines has to back out or die quickly here. It looks like Ringo is just standing still in order to die and regroup. Unfortunately, does not get group spawn, so it's going to take a second.
Yeah, that is the unfortunate thing with the new group spawn mechanic, is that staggering people has become much more of a science, much more commonplace in these comp matches. We did see the nano come out from SWOSU, but unfortunately no other ults came out of that fight.
And in the chat, it looks like we have some friends from the north.
Ooh.
If you are wondering, SWOSU is up 1-0, and they played Nepal and won 2-0. But things are going... They were going a little differently on this map, but now a big grab comes out from SWOSU, as well as that orbital ray, and they kind of take over that fight.
Yes, that was quite a good ult combo from SWOSU. We're seeing some really good ult usage. We're going to need Mines to lock it in here and ult first this fight.
The good thing is they have a lot of tools at their disposal. They have this overclock coming up along with 3 other ults. And what I'd really like to see from them is not using both support ults at the same time.
Unfortunately, Demon does get caught out really early, and Wyzal as well goes down. Oh, but we do see Ringo ulting here.
I don't love that Ramatra ult. He's not going to find much. He is actually going to take out the Mei, and if he's able to hold this space without dying, it could let them re-engage quicker.
That is true. They are at a large spawn advantage here, so maybe it was worth it.
And
to
somehow
ult.
Maniac
Oh my
Muffin
gosh.
goes down. Oh, Demon Heathen invests that orbital ray.
That is crazy. Speckle and Ringo going in hard here together and getting those picks while down.
Thanks for the hydrate, Daddy Dog HP.
We will be hydrating next stream.
Speckle has another barrage here, and
I'm
I
excited.
truly expect him to solo up the Zarya.
I am
Yeah, here it
tingling
is.
at the moment. We see the nano come out as well. That's a crazy combo to see. Do we see Speckle follow up with even more? Yes, we do.
He will push in and prevent them from getting anywhere near that point. He
Oh my
knew
gosh.
he knew to take that fight early, and I really like that fight planning out of him.
That was really impressive. He probably did call for that nano to be used with his ult, and in order to fully take all of that space up into this next corner, which sets them up for this next point.
They still have that overclock that they got earlier. They really haven't needed it since I mentioned that. We'll see what he's able to do. There's a
Quite
pretty
an
open
early
point.
form from Ringo. Oh, huge.
A good
Oh,
pick
a
coming out,
trade.
but it's traded out for the Juno, which is arguably more important in the team fight.
Indeed.
So it looks like
We're
they
seeing
will
a
just-
back up here. Oh, but everyone did not ult. So it was just an ult from SWOSU's Sojourn. Oh, we're seeing a cast swap from SWOSU.
That is interesting. It's definitely to deal with that Pharah, but they're losing out on a lot of fight-winning potential with that Mei that's worked pretty well for them.
Huge pick
Another
by
big
everyone.
pick coming out.
If we're able to capitalize on this and push through, but there's a Nano Zarya who's going to have grab. Oh my gosh. Might be able to save Ringo. Oh,
Everyone
Seems
just has
that
to
it may
back
have
up
got the-
so much. The damage is just coming for him, and that Nano high charge Zarya
Dang.
takes out Ringo and wins the fight. Another 2 ults coming out from the side of SWOSU, and they have Ray again. They are really good at just cycling these ults.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, I think Ringo could have survived that grab if only the supports were able to keep LOS, but they were just spammed out as Soj took that off angle from SWOSU.
The good news for Mines is that this fight, they have a huge ult advantage,
Ooh.
and they want to take advantage of it. The Ray comes out, and Ringo
If
just
Ringo
has
can
to
stay
block
alive.
to stay alive. The overclock comes out from
Zarya's
everyone,
dying
and the
here.
Zarya goes down.
Huge. If Ringo could not overextend here. Oh
And
my
Ringo
gosh.
kills 3!
Ringo kills 3. Do whatever you want.
And
Oh
crucially,
my gosh.
they saved the Ray and the Pharah ult. Both very oppressive ultimates that will help them
Oh my
spawn camp
gosh,
here
This is really good here.
in this last fight. Speckle
If
wants to
Mines
play
is
above
able to
and ult them right away.
If they're able to cap this with a minute left as well.
No, Lucio
that'd be
goes
huge.
so low. Will they be able to follow
We
up?
need the orbit. We need the orbit. Oh no.
The orbit comes too late to win that fight. And a late ult from Sojourn, but Ringo cleans it up.
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna cap.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize what was happening. Ringo clutches that final point.
Oh my
Mine's 53
God.
seconds left and 3 points there. What an incredible last fight. Seeing a slight mistake for Demon with ulting a little bit too late, and Speckle unfortunately dying very early into his ult as well, but Ringo able to kill 2 at the end to clutch that as the solo tank. That's Aura.
And looking at the cams right now, Ringo did just stand up and run a victory lap, and he definitely deserves it after the heroics that we just saw.
We need that clipped and shipped ASAP. We also see a young Double D entering the esports room here.
Young Double D.
His presence is very nurturing, very supportive. We're excited to see that in the room today.
But also fairly authoritative, in my opinion. He is the president of the association, and he has a lot of aura.
He unfortunately has to play both sides of being the president, but also the team mom.
Also, there's a lot of strange chats coming in from these goobers.
Hey guys, Letterkenny was great, just so you know. I love that show.
Are you saying that because they're Canadian? Took me a second. Anyway, it looks like they're calling Speckle their glorious Pookie Wookie or some variation of that.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, true.
But there is a limit.
If you got a gross bird, he'd be a perfect human. And it looks like SWOSU is rolling out on this Diva, and they have a Widowmaker
Speckle
as well.
is seen as such a problem that they're swapping their comp at every moment in order. They swap Ashe as well to deal with him.
Ashe Diva, that's going to lose so much value in that brawl, especially against a Ramatra who can punch straight through defense matrix, all to try to deal with Speckle. They know who the alpha threat is.
Oh my gosh. If you see Speckle here spamming down sightlines, that's a map knowledge and therefore a game knowledge play. A game sense play done by our favorite.
He's being
player.
chased all the way
crazy
through second. He DMAX him with 2 health left.
Is he going to run away? He staggers her.
Staggering the Diva in the back line and not going down to that ridiculous dive.
She has no ability to get ult back. Oh, unfortunately, Ringo does get. They're going to have to.
If they can stagger this Diva and prevent her from getting max, she's only at 30.
Holy
That's huge.
stagger. The greed on Speckle there, able to allow Mines to make crazy plays. That's a big mistake out of SWOSU.
They are so desperate to get Speckle out of the skies.
They've accepted defeat on that swap.
This
is big.
They threw away 1 minute and 20 seconds and like 40% ult charge on that push trying to kill Speckle, and they weren't able to do it.
The combination of Speckle Aura plus Ringo's incredible clutch may have this game in the bag.
I'm starting to believe in the 3-1 that you called earlier.
Indeed.
First game jitters.
First game jitters. You can never call an undefeated. First game jitters. And Zarya just getting just absolutely pushed back into spawn here.
Mine's positioning here is so good.
Gosh.
Ringo is holding this corner with his life.
Oh my god, big ult here.
A big nano barrage coming out, but the Zarya also gets nanoed, and a big sleep coming out from North.
Okay, we get some
Speckle
trades.
is going to die.
We get some trades. That's fine. We get. Oh no. Overall negative
It's
trades
looking
for
very
Mines
rough.
here. We do have some ults though. Oh gosh.
We'll see how
Ringo's
long.
gonna have to clutch this again.
He has some support there. He has that ult. That's a lot of survivability. He should be able to make it until his team gets back.
Unless there's an anti.
Oh my god, you need to press forward. 1 HP. He doesn't do
1
it.
HP.
An iron will.
Oh my god.
And he pops that ult. He gets 1. He's running very low though, and he
It's the most
will
game sense I've ever seen. The knowledge of every hit point. It's incredible. You've never seen it before. Speckle here doing
harassing
some
the back
stuff
line,
in the back here.
preventing them from getting that first tick.
Oh, Wiesel needs to get out here. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like they will not be able to regroup here and touch point, but they may be able to hold this first choke, which is pretty effective for King's Row.
Yes, absolutely. This point under the archway, and that's why this Zara is pushing up so far. She does not want them to get a hold of that. And after what they were doing on first point, I can't
I'm seeing
blame
a
her.
lot of ults here.
Mine's usage of the high ground on these points in the streets is like so impressive.
Oh my gosh, that play!
They may wall up to the high ground and they take him out.
Bounce. But this trades. Ringo's. Oh, he could have.
Ringo's alone in the front line. He's probably going to die here. And that's really unfortunate. A smart play coming out from Sly Fox to use the wall to get herself and maybe Zarya. I don't know if she got
She bounced up, but still. Okay. Still, yeah, an incredible play by them to just take over that high ground, even though you wouldn't think these characters could.
Yeah, not normally known for their mobility, but each of them has some way to get up to the high ground, especially with the new perk system coming out. Zarya is able to get additional knockback on her.
I think everyone really has a lot of potential here to do a lot of damage with the orbit as well.
So much damage. They ready to keep up this momentum. Both teams do. And the Zarya goes down so fast.
With Blizzard as well, we get Blizzard out with no value.
And even though Ringo is frozen, Sly Fox and Maniac Muffin have already gone down, and SWOSU is not able to capitalize.
And the ults have cycled back. We have only used Orbit. All our other ults are at 75% or higher. We have a crazy ult economy sway here.
If they can cycle through these ults for 2 more minutes, that would be a quick, decisive map victory for Mines.
All they need to do is have proper fight planning and not be an ult first. Oh, but the Bob coming out early. I like this. Unfortunately, Ringo's entire team is spaced out, so he won't be getting any healing.
I think Ringo pushed a little too far forward there. Everyone did not have the angle with that Bob there to follow up on the space.
We do see this.
A Nano Fara comes
classic.
out. A hero play. He kills 4. Oh my god.
Oh my god, raise the limit. Robert, where is the honey?
A clutch coming from Speckle, even with his tank down. He goes in fearlessly, ulting well nanoed to kill 4 and save the fight.
That is insane to see. After you're down in a fight, committing 2 ults there to try to swing it in your direction. That's
game sense that neither of us possess. That's for sure.
And we do still have a Ram ult here. Getting that ice block out early, if Ringo just plays a little safer, his team should be able to follow up. That Zarya's still behind him.
I think he's trying. He's learning from his lesson. He doesn't want to push up too far. That is a scary nano to come out, but he has multiple abilities to keep himself alive.
Got this. He needs to ult though. Huge. He may get ice block back, unfortunately, but he's in the backline on all of them. Oh, he needs to back. He's tunnel visioning. He knows. He's learning. Ringo's actually bringing this back.
And they've successfully split the team. Can they capitalize on this?
Oh my gosh, we get grab out as well.
The Mei and Zarya both go down despite using grab, and Mines only loses their Ana, which means they'll be able to hold this even more. We're in 1 fight territory. Neither team... Actually, I lied. Sly Fox has his Blizzard, but Mines is very close to both support ults and maybe even a barrage if they draw it out long enough.
Oh my gosh, what a stressful second point here for both teams. A lot of ult economy ult usage going back and forth. Oh my gosh, how will this pan out?
If Ringo can evade this wall and not get frozen,
he's gonna get frozen, but his whole team...
He gets frozen and antied, and he gets burned down so fast. And now it might be on Speckle to clutch this again.
If they can build nano without the Zarya jumping up on him. Ooh!
Zarya oppressively taking that high ground with her minor perk for additional jump height.
Huge!
A huge nade comes out on the Zarya.
Gosh. Can we see
they force out an orbit and the nano, and Speckle is going in for the clutch again.
With
he does so much damage.
Nano,
he kills 2.
And he has ult as well.
He has barrage.
Oh my god! What an
Only
insane
Zarya
nade.
is left, and they will be able to win King's Row and tie up the series.
My god. SWOSU's 4th map loss of the entire season, single-handedly.
Taken out by the 4th seed.
Dunk on him!
Just like Shaq.
Was that an actual Shaq reference? I don't know. But this was insane. I shouldn't say it was the only thing that happened there. The nade was actually the catalyst on that last point that allowed them to make that call for Orbit, for Nano, for Speckle to fly in heroically. And he was able to absolutely clean up with both of those support ults.
And SWOSU just needs to be more aware of that. If you have that... if you have Fara's ult Barrage, that's what it's called, available, then you know as a tank that you could get burned any second. And with that nano, it is extremely dangerous. Mines played that really well, and because it was a Zarya with only a few bubbles to protect her.
Yeah, if SWOSU didn't get embarrassed on the D.Va there, I think they stay D.Va and unironically have a lot more impact against that ult. But since they swapped back Zar, Nano Barrage is able to burn through both bubbles and your entire team.
And Speckle is just showing dominance on the court like we've never seen before.
Oh my god. We need to find him his NBA All-Star alter ego. It's in the works. It's in the works.
We'll get to it. Don't worry about that.
That highlight will be in the montage. That was impressive.
Now, moving forward, what can you even do? My mental would be shattered if I'm SWOSU.
That was just an incredible swing there. Just, I got goosebumps. What an incredible amount of the amount of adrenaline in my system is absurd from watching that game. I can only imagine playing it.
They're banning Coliseo and they're going to Esperanza.
Yeah.
This is another classic map for Farah. I'm really surprised they picked that. Speckle has been showing a lot of growth on that character when before he was just a Genji Tracer 2 trick.
Yeah.
And now his Farah is coming into its own and dominating these other teams.
From zero to hero, his Farah has risen up through to beat both of our expectations there.
For sure. And now I have to wonder, is Mines just improving at a diabolical rate? Are they going to be able to take out the first 3 seeds from the region? Or is the other region full of frauds? What do you think?
I think it is unfortunately a bit of both. I think the other region, it's not looking too great. This is your GOAT, and we just dunked on him.
Maybe we wait until the match is over for using definitive terms like that.
I think, momentum is a big, very important thing here. I think Mines being able to not tilt off that first loss and to turn it into, honestly, a pretty dominant win in Map 2. I'm very excited to see how this all turns out.
And PD1DDY1010 said,
Holy Speckle Aura.
I am
Indeed.
completely in agreement. That guy is a little taller than the Aura would be unstoppable.
I think unfortunately I'm going to have to use my Dash Pass to get us some honey from Walmart shipped immediately to my current location. He's too powerful. The nano and the orbit there just able to, how much damage does a direct hit do in that kind of double damage boost there?
Let's
do
see.
the math.
It's 30, no, is it 25% for orbit and then another 50% for nano?
Oh my gosh.
So 75% on top of the 120. Basically, it's a lot.
Got almost to the end of that math and then just gave up. I love it. We saw how insane he was able to have that positioning above them and then just simply click Q twice and destroy the team. I'd like to see it. Oh, we are seeing Tracer instead. There we go.
I just want to clarify, we both have bachelor's degrees from School of Mines. So.
Mine's in computer science. The computer does the math. Anyways, so we're seeing Speckle coming out actually on Tracer here. Another one of his proficient heroes, of course, but we were hoping to see that Farah continue. Ooh, and the May as well.
And SWOSU is sticking to that Zarya. I don't know what they see in that. But they are swapping back to the Sojourn and May. We'll see if they find more purchase here.
I truly think if Ringo is able to have some discipline, especially against walls, and keep himself in his healer LOS and not tunnel vision while in form, I think Mines has a really good shot of controlling a lot of this map.
And also, I didn't explain the map mode. We were too busy glazing Speckle. But this is a push map. Teams are fighting for control of that robot that you see, and they're pushing the barrier through the other team's side of the map. It looks like the first pick is actually going to be on Maniac Muffin, and Mines looked at some good progress here. SWOSU will probably choose to back out.
Hopefully we see some staggers here. They're actually still holding high ground. They're going to have to go clear that, and without a tank, it should be somewhat simple. We need to clear that.
They're just cowering in that room, and the Zarya is almost back. This could be a pretty big mistake coming from Mines.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, we needed to clear that as soon as we knew that they were down. A nade here, though.
And Maniac Muffin comes back on the Ramatra to match Ringo. They're going back to that first map comp.
Oh my gosh, I'm ready for the pulse. This could be the team fight determinant.
And he gets the kill. It wasn't even on Ana, who I thought it would be.
Dude.
It doesn't need to be, honestly.
The nade is absolutely
a huge nade comes through as well. Ringo gets slept, which is going to dampen their oppression here, but they will be able to get even more meteorage and maybe even the close spawn. And they will. Once teams get that checkpoint, the bot pauses for a moment and a forward spawn is activated, meaning fights close to there for Mines will now have an advantage.
Siebser is always taking these off angles and getting a lucky pick at the beginning of fights. It's really unfortunate to see. We're seeing a nano speckle again. Oh, but the nade trades.
Nade comes out onto Siebser.
Oh,
Speckle's not able to do enough by himself.
And form out. Oh, this is scary.
But after Wiesel, or after Demon Heathen going down to Siebser early in the fight, it's really hard to justify going in for a nano play there.
That's good. That was good pathing. So we do see the close spawn taken by Mines. Unfortunately, it will be taken back right now by SWOSU, but that allows, for a brief moment, all of your team to be spawning a lot closer to the fight, which is a huge advantage.
But now, speaking of huge advantages, SWOSU has all 5 ults at their disposal. And if they're a smart team, they'll probably only invest 2 of them, or 2 or 3, to win this fight and save the rest for future fights.
But again, if we ult first here, Orbit and Blizz do come out.
Oh, Ringo's anti still decides to pull out that Annihilation, but he's going to get punished. Luckily, the other Ramatra also pulls out Annihilation in response, so it's still...
I think that anti might have been perfectly timed. I don't even know if Ringo was able to process that. He was antied as he pressed that ult. Really unfortunate, but a lot of ults coming out of SWOSU.
With no Kiriko in the lobby, the Ana anti-nade is really the most powerful ability at either team's disposal. If Wiesel or Nor can hit a good nade onto the other team, a lot of the times the fight is just won. Another pulse comes out, hits the floor, and does not find a kill this time.
Antied again.
Ringo's anti. He still has armor, and the overclock from everyone does so much damage. Mines is able to clean up a lot of the kills.
And we see this stagger, hopefully, of the Ramatra.
And Nano Overclock also came out for the side of SWOSU, but they weren't able to kill anyone.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize.
And that's a huge ultimate advantage for Mines now, since they used Nano so early last time. They'll have it available sooner.
True. And we're going to see, hopefully, a close spawn capture here. Unless, actually, yep. And so now, Mines does have that close spawn captured, which gives them a huge advantage in this fight. And I believe we have high ground as well.
May is really trying to hold this face here for SWOSU, but it should be the Ram. The May is a little bit too delicate to go up there.
Indeed. Everyone and both supports holding this high ground is just so good on this map.
We have the Nano available. I'd like to see that come out early before SWOSU has anything to respond with it. We'll see if Mines is good at ult tracking here.
Oh, or a pick. Oh, he thought he could. Unfortunately, Ringo, I believe, pushed in there thinking he could get that
But
ult.
it is a trade. Both the Ramatras are down, and now a Nano Tracer could do a lot of damage. Pulse hits the floor for a 3rd time. And they're still getting a fair amount of meterage here. SWOSU's not able to punish this Tracer out of here. Speckles should be able to live, and when Ringo gets back, they'll have another advantage going into the next fight.
It's
back to you, JDAWG.
It's crazy that the Nano Speckle there can buy them so much space, especially with the inability to stick his opponents. You see, just nanoing him has caused so much trauma on King's Row that it simply auras them all backwards. And you see Ram single-handedly chasing Speckle there. Oh,
a huge freeze comes out from Slyfox.
But he does survive.
Mines already finds 2 kills, though, so
and
only Wiesel will die in
Maniac
exchange.
Muffin. These teams are completely split in half. Maniac Muffin obliterating Mines' back line. However, we are able to take enough space and push that bot. Ringo standing alone.
Maniac Muffin is truly playing like a maniac, but luckily for Mines, they're able to get a lot of point progress here while Maniac is in the
But with
back
no
line.
supports, I think this is going to be, unfortunately, a few staggers.
Oh, the supports
come back.
and they force a Ray out.
They do force Orbit. That is huge.
Ringo will go down. If the rest
This
of
is a
Mines
teamfight
can
loss.
regroup and Ringo gets close spawn, they could still have a pretty good chance here.
With that sleep, they
A
might be able to
crucial
get
sleep
out.
coming out.
Oh my gosh, this is intense.
Oh, the stuck disruptor shot is doing a lot of damage to Diana, but that's okay. They have both supports there, and they shouldn't die to
Speckle
that.
is doing quite a lot of annoyance from the back.
And
we're
Speckle
being very quiet as we watch Speckle. Oh my gosh,
that
Speckles,
could be
Lakers,
true. That could
Luka.
be true.
That's impressive. That's actually perfect.
Elite ball knowledge coming out from Daddy Dog
Oh my
HB.
gosh, Daddy Dog ball knowledge.
And then Nano Ramatra coming out for the side
Oh
of
my
SWOSU.
gosh.
He gets slept but instantly woken. Ringo thinks he can burn him. But the overclock from Seepster is just too much, and Ringo's going to go down.
Unfortunately, just Nano Ram block is just so much damage reduction.
And now SWOSU will get that forward spawn that Mines got earlier. Luckily, the bot stops for a moment. Mines might have another chance to recontest this before SWOSU takes the lead in this game.
Speckle is indeed very locked if you catch a glimpse of his face cam. That is our glorious king.
This ends now.
Oh, Maniac Muffin is taking a lot of damage. An early form too. Ringo is not letting him
He just
get
has
out
to
for free.
Has to stand in that corner and block, but he was going to run out of form
Oh my
soon.
gosh. Oh, that's a crazy aggressive ult from Maniac Muffin.
He gets
He's
antied. He has no armor left. He should go down
He
here.
should get traded here for Demon, which is a totally worthwhile trade, especially with Ringo. Oh, but the high ground is just so dominant.
Another trade comes through,
Oh my
but
gosh.
SWOSU not having a tank will allow Mines to push back into this middle section again.
It's free space for mines, but
Especially
lot
with
of damage.
Speckle
Oh my
pulling
gosh,
shenanigans
Speckle.
like this.
The shenaniganizing, as you may call it, is just unseen at this level. Oh, big. That was actually a really good game knowledge moment there. Wiseowl telling Speckle to take bot so that he can take the high ground and not be caught on the low ground.
Yeah, Ana, we've been talking all game about how impactful she is, but she has no mobility and is really susceptible to death early in the fight.
So having her pushing that bot is just a death sentence.
An early Annihilation comes out, and they're able
my
to take out
gosh.
two crucial members of SWOSU.
They can stabilize here. Oh,
A
unfortunately,
nade
Ringo
comes
does go
through
down.
and kills Ringo, but they're still up in this fight.
Oh!
A big stick coming through. He barely doesn't kill himself with 20 HP left. But with that, they're going to be able to get a lot more meterage on this
Oh my
bot and take
gosh.
a solid lead.
Apparently, unbeknownst to us, if you hit the person with that, it sticks to them instead of falling to the ground.
Incredible knowledge from Speckle.
Yeah.
And without it, the Kiriko in the lobby, there's really no way to combat that pulse bomb if it gets stuck to someone.
Indeed. The nades and the pulse bombs just carry so much more weight.
And a big swap coming out from Maniac Muffin. They're going
another
over
nade.
to the Hazard. Hazard is a lot more mobile character. He's a lot more volatile. He can get picks really fast, but he doesn't have the survivability Ramatra does. If Mines is able
the
to
rotate
focus
here to
in-
high ground is also super interesting. There's a lot of ults coming from SWOSU here, but they're all lining up. They're taking a lot of damage from Ringo here. Oh, but Ringo gets caught out.
He has to drop into a pretty inopportune place, but the Hazard gets so low.
Oh, and the Blizzard. They force Blizzard. Hazard can still die. Oh, my
Ringo
gosh.
unfortunately gets frozen. He has 400 armor, so he's probably going to live this. And Speckle gets a pick.
Oh, my gosh.
The
And
Hazard is
should
still
die
taking
too.
constant damage. Why is able to take him down?
Oh, my gosh.
SWOSU desperately trying to hold on, but they aren't going to be able to do it. Mines is going to take game 3 and take the lead in the series up 2-1.
Oh, my God. SWOSU just getting absolutely zero value from ults. They had the ult advantage again, and they got shut down by Mines. I'm telling you that 3-1 prediction, I heard it from the heavens. It will occur.
Momentum is now solidly in the hands of SD Mines.
Oh my gosh.
Moving into this map 4, if they are able to win this, it would be a massive upset and solidify them as the dominators of West B.
I feel that we saw on King's Row a few key clutches, one from Ringo, two from Speckle, that were able to win them that match. But I fear for SWOSU that the entire team is now unified and are all playing at a new level, and they're able to, as a team, without the need for carries and clutches, destroy their opponents.
I 100% agree. After that performance, just beautiful destruction coming out from the side of Mines, dismantling the enemy backline, isolating the tank, hitting those nades consistently.
Those nades.
And with Speckle disrupting the backline like that, a nade will win the fight almost every time.
I think, especially on Esperanza, those rotates to that specific high ground overlooking that point, you see tons of important rotations and important bot switches, and Mine seemingly knew exactly what they were doing the entire time on those rotations. It was beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. They've improved so much from the start of this season. Ringo has just started playing tank this season, and I think he's improved so much, especially on the Ramatra and Mauga characters.
I agree. I think we saw a little bit of tunnel vision early in this series, but he has seemed to hone
snapped out of
that
it.
in, and he is just holding exactly the amount of space that he needs to. He's holding the corners, he's holding the chokes, and he's not overextending. I'm very excited for the rest of the series. That's true. We'll add that at the end if it occurs. We don't want to jinx anything here. This has been very impressive so far, and the momentum is in the hands of Mines.
A new Junk City pick comes out for the side of SWOSU. This is a flashpoint map, which means, as you saw in the first game mode, Control, they have to fight for this center area on the map, but then after they cap the first one, instead of switching to another sub-map, they have to cap more points on this humongous map with 5 separate areas. It's really pretty confusing.
It is very confusing. It is their the newer map type. It's essentially the same as the points, except one gigantic map where you do have to be careful about rotating from point to point, as you do take long hikes in between.
And individual map momentum is a lot more important on this than Control. On Control, even if you lose that first point, it can be like kind of nice to get a full reset moving into the second one. No such luxuries here.
And also, on top of that, the tick speed for the percentages on these points is way quicker. So one team fight loss can mean a loss of that point. It's quite an exciting game mode, and I'm extra excited that it happens to be the fourth map for tonight.
It is a pretty brutal map type, but with the type of rotations and momentum and map planning we've been seeing from Mines these previous 2 games,
I agree.
I really think that they could take this right here.
This is going to be exciting. This might be, this is by far the most exciting match that I've casted.
I completely agree.
Actually,
when Double D and I were casting the undefeated JV team last semester, it did go to a map 5, I believe. But
I would never wish that upon this, but it would be very exciting to watch.
An absolute barn burner of a match, as Double D loves to say.
That is a Double D quote right there. Barn burner. Look that up on Google. We don't know what it means either.
And we see we're looking good in the cams. We're looking confident. We're looking...
Oh, Ringo is dancing.
Doing some fist pumps. We're schmoving. We got the lights off. There's RGB everywhere. Gamer's paradise.
Ringo kind of seems like he just got 8 free pizzas based on that dance move. If you know that, you know that.
I don't know that. Anyways, we're seeing this map here. As you can see, pretty much smaller control points. And this map, Maniac Muffin is really selecting the Reinhardt, which I don't expect to come out, as Ramatra is a lot better right now. But this map is pretty good for Junker Queen, another good tank.
And the Maymir will also, at least on this first point, be very crucial.
They are rolling out on the Reinhardt.
Oh my gosh.
This hero,
creativity at its finest.
Very important to Overwatch's legacy. Is one of the poster children of Overwatch, but in the current state of the game, he's not in a good place. He gets punished a lot, especially by someone like Ramatra, who can punch through his big
with
barrier.
Walls. Playing into May Ramatra on Rhine is probably my worst nightmare. But we're seeing it here. We do see the SWOSU coming out. And an early May trade here, or a May pick.
We just see a ton of damage coming out from the side of Mines.
Oh my gosh, and the wall, Rhine. There it is. Oh my gosh,
and
Speckle getting that early May diff.
An early fight win from Mines, and this seems to me like a desperate grab for control by the side of SWOSU. They're swapping to Rhine to switch up that momentum from the Ramatra duel that they just lost, and I don't think they'll be able to do it. If they stay on this Rhine, I think they'll 3-0 this map.
I think it's the end. I think the Rhine pick is an absolute misplay.
And also, as we mentioned earlier, SWOSU has only lost 3 maps before this. We don't know how good their mental is, although Ringo is taken down very early.
That was a crazy amount of damage coming from Siebser.
And now without that tank presence, the Rhine is going to be able to control a lot more space. Oh my god,
Siebser's killing everyone. Really clean fight win.
Siebser killing 4 there, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't think that shows too much except for... maybe a little bit of positioning out of Ringo. I'm not sure how they avoid that. Siebser just clicked heads.
Yeah. You have to deny SWOSU this space, and that's the problem with Reinhardt. He does give his team a lot of space. He's just not able to capitalize as much as other tanks by himself. And actually, now that I'm looking closer, I think their Rein has the Galactic Mythic weapon on Reinhardt, which is a scary sight to see for the other team. The freeze comes out, and it does catch 2, and they're able to win this fight pretty quickly. SWOSU does find a trade, though.
That is, yeah, SWOSU is showing, gosh, he's still alive. He's still doing an annoying amount of damage currently.
They're not able to clear him out. He's going to be able to reset with his team.
That is pretty crazy.
Now, we mentioned earlier how short these points are, but there's actually going to be 3 fights in order to take this first one.
Which is pretty rare. And a lot of ults are probably going to be coming out of SWOSU.
Both support ults for SWOSU.
And Soj.
Reinhardt goes down right away, but the Ramatra for Mines also goes down, and it looks like SWOSU is going to be able to win this. Speckle does barely get to point in time to get an extra stall.
Yeah, this is a good stall, but I don't know without swaps if the rest of Mines is going to be able to touch in time.
If the rest of his team can get back and form a decent attack, they will win this point. But unfortunately, I don't think they'll be able to have all 5, and that just decreases their chances by so much. They do have a lot of ults. They might just be able to overpower them and push to point.
Oh my gosh.
Juno going very low. Ramatra gets stranded on point, but he needed to touch. Everyone gets a pick. Everyone kills 2.
Everyone with incredible picks here.
He kills 3. Wins the duel with the Kiriko at 10 HP. He has 1 HP right now.
Oh my god.
And the Mei is the only one standing, and he gets 4.
And because these go so quickly, that will be the point for Mines.
What an crazy comeback. Switch. Honestly, very intelligent play coming out from Ringo. He knew he had to play super aggressive and get to point. Even though his ult ran out by touching point, everyone was able to capitalize on the distracted
That is true.
Reinhardt.
I was really worried there for a second. With that shield, you do basically cancel out that Ramatra ult and essentially lose Nano because you're not getting any value from it. But everyone was able to completely capitalize on every bit of positioning error by SWOSU and get those important picks. This will be an interesting one.
An early raid comes out from Demon Heathen.
I love that. I love the early ulting.
They get a trade.
Domination.
Ramatra's very split from his team, but he's still full HP. Speckle finds another, and they will be up in this fight. Hopefully they can get this first cap.
Uh-oh. Speckle will likely die here.
He pops the freeze. Will his team get there in time to capitalize on the frozen Ramatra? Demon Heathen does somehow kill Juno, which
is Juno in that freeze?
I don't know where that happened, but it is a very good pick.
Very important trade considering. Okay, that's just game sense we've never seen. We just don't understand.
And they are going to hold this tiny room. I forgot to mention Maniac Muffin did swap back over to the Ramatra.
True. Out of fear.
He's instantly taking so much damage, though. He can't get out of this room, and this is a huge advantage in terms of positioning for School of Mines.
Yes, and these punches are going to be so juicy. Oh my gosh. And then Ringo doesn't overextend. He doesn't get greedy. He does exactly what he's supposed to do there. I love that.
That was so good from Ringo. He saw the Ramatra to the side. Yes. And Speckle's able to clean up the back line.
And now after waiting a little bit for his team, is able to still push out and still get those staggers that he was almost going to look for earlier. Incredible.
Ringo saw the Ramatra on the side, and he chose to push through, hit those punches, which pierce through enemies onto the smaller targets of SWOSU, and he directly caused 2 of their deaths, and then he could turn around and deal with the Ramatra with the fight advantage.
Oh my god.
And he pushes him from behind. They're forced to use their wall just to get into the fight.
Oh, Unfortunately, might be able to carry this. Unfortunately,
Ringo not being in the front line gives SWOSU a lot of space. It is last fight there. SWOSU is down to 10 HP, and this is just Speckle's killed 2. This is winnable for Mines. It is
Ringo
a very scrappy fight.
Earlier, though, but at least you get Ram ult out from SWOSU.
Trade Ram ult, but the problem is they don't have an ult advantage other than that. I think you probably wanted to hang on to that.
Yeah, I agree. I think seeing Speckle kills 2 is just, you just get that feeling of a possible clutch, and you just honestly sometimes can't help it.
I completely agree. And now everyone's going to have this wide open angle to use overclock. I love this point for overclocking. Most of the times the teams want to hang on to this bridge, and it looks like Ramatra's actually there alone. We'll see if he's able to be punished by this.
Let's see if we can get some value here.
A Nano Tracer comes out. He has pulse available. Shoots his own Ramatra for a second. He will be able to clean up that Juno.
my
uses
gosh,
pulse.
the ult usage here is insane. A path here.
But Mines has such better positioning.
Indeed. Oh!
But it doesn't matter. Maniac Muffin kills both supports with that Nemesis form, and they will be able to win this fight and
Trades
probably
some
the
touches,
point.
but there's no way, unless everyone just has an incredible touch here. I'm worried about this ult. Okay.
No, he doesn't pop it. He tries to touch there at the end, doesn't quite make it, but that's okay. This map is tied 1-1. Like I commented earlier, the Ramatra switch really helped out the side of SWOSU.
Indeed.
And now Speckle is actually switching over to the Symmetra instead of May.
I mean, truly, I just have one question for Ringo. Why not respect the run 1v1?
Because he wants to win.
The new Jenners would not be excited about the outcome of these players.
Well, lucky for us, these are not new Jenners. These are tried and true, time-hardened gamers.
And Americans, except for some Canadians. North Americans, if you will.
Yeah, and the freeze comes out early for the side of SWOSU. It's going to whiff the tank, but fly back into the back line and take out the Yana.
Oh, that's huge to get out, I guess.
The overclock does come up for everyone, but they trade it for freeze and Ramatra. I don't think you're too upset about that, even if you lose the first fight.
Indeed, it does look like now Mines has some ults to be used, and hopefully this will be the swing and the momentum that they're looking for.
Mines has a Juno ult available, which is probably the most powerful ult in the game right now. And hopefully they can use that to engage while SWOSU does not have anything.
Yes, we did see Demon using this early in
Oh,
previously.
but Wiseau goes down before they were able to engage.
This is really unfortunate. We are
The
seeing the ult
Annihilation
committing
still
anyways.
comes out. As well
Here
as the
he is.
Ray.
Oh my god.
With Speckle
Here he
harassing
can't
the
die
bind. They may win this. They take out the tank and the Kiriko and the May. There's only 2 remaining. Everyone finds
they're
2
weak.
this fight. They just have to clean up, and they're able to win the fight while down in Ana.
Incredible. Incredible.
They don't know when to give up. They're willing
Indeed.
to put ults in even when they're down a player, and it is paid
And
out
it's
for them
working out.
so many times.
That's usually considered a death sentence, but not for our Mines players.
I think that's just a direct result of the tremendous individual skill that all of these players possess.
And possibly a little bit of cockiness that allows them to believe that they can win that. And it worked.
Rico gets an early pick, and now they're going to be up this fight. Kiriko
Speckle
uses
might
TP
hit a
to go
pulse
in.
here. Big pulse. Oh my god.
They find the Venture, and Speckle is just harassing this backline. They don't know how to clear him on their current comp.
If Speckle is able to get an amount of value before the fight occurs, it seems like almost a death sentence to SWOSU. Aid here
This
too.
Ramatra
These
is-
staggers are huge.
They're
and they leave
staggering him.
Oh my god.
Very good game sense from everyone to stagger that Ramatra. Did he get group spawn? Yes, he... No, he didn't. He actually did not get group spawn,
That's crazy.
which is going to extend this fight longer, and they're not going to have the Ramatra there in time to touch the point.
Not a really good touch here. They should be able to win this, especially... Oh, but the ultimates coming from SWOSU might be the difference here.
The
They need to
Venture
kill
goes
this
for the
hazard,
touch, but they
or the
use
Venture.
their dig.
Oh my gosh,
The Kiriko
no.
jumps in to save them.
Venture one. Nice.
A trade comes out, but
They are up.
another pick for Mines. And Speckle might be able to clean up this Kiriko. And it looks like they're going to win this fight, but it's very scrappy. Ringo's going really
Ringo's
low.
gonna-
Annihilation
oh my God,
comes
Ringo
out
survives.
from both Ramatras.
And the
Maniac
Ramatra might see
Muffin
9.
gets a pick.
Oh my god.
And
Oh my
Ringo
gosh.
and Speckle
Oh my
are
gosh.
able to take out the annihilating enemy Ramatra and win this point. We're up 2-1 this map. We're up 2-1 in the series. This is an absolute barn burner of a match.
Oh my gosh, the barn is burning. I'm seeing a young PiggyPower and JDAWG in these two here. The clutches that they're able to perform.
A Roadhog swap.
A Roadhog
Roadhog
coming
swap
from Ringo. I'm not sure what
from
this
Maniac
is.
Muffin. From
Oh, from Maniac Muffin. Oh
Thank
my
God.
gosh. Oh my gosh. My bad.
Roadhog is a very
apologize,
volatile character. I know I said that about Hazard earlier, but he has no block, no shield, no defense matrix. He takes so much damage, but he can insta-kill some people.
I don't understand if this is this a swap for Speckle?
Especially
oh my
into
gosh,
that Ana.
it seems, sir.
A big nade
Wait, big
comes
nade.
out. Speckle's
won.
able to trade out that Sojourn. Now
huge.
they're even in the fight again.
And this Hog is just going to get like absolutely
He
devastated
takes
by
so
everyone.
much damage, especially with the Ramatra perk to give him a shotgun blast on his
Indeed.
primary fire.
This is just an insane swap here. I don't understand it. Oh!
He finds a hook onto Tracer.
I think that was, honestly, the logic behind the hog swap was
But-
maybe to kill that Tracer.
Unless
But it
you're
just doesn't
just
matter.
a top-level hog, you're not going to be able to do that consistently. And even though he
Or
did,
get
it
additional
was
value, yeah.
it was too late into the fight.
It's
Face
just-
bag, it is 2-1 in the series. It is 2-1 on the map. We are freaking out.
Face bag, strap in. Oh my gosh. And we have
Another huge ult economy
the
advantage.
ult economy advantage here for Mines. And they have the point, and it's 2-1, and it's 2-1. You know?
One
You know what I'm
long
saying?
fight or two
Oh
short
my gosh,
fights.
and an early pick.
An early
This
pick
is
from
incredible.
Speckle.
Ringo going in here. I think he saves ult and they just clean
Speckle
up.
finds another.
Oh my god. Oh,
He pops.
maybe
oh,
a little greedy
he's
here,
able
but
to.
it's worth. It gets 2.
He cleans up the back line. He probably needed that to live. He dropped really low. Speckle
he's
cleans
scared.
up the hog, and now it's 63%.
This hoggle by Maniac Muffin may be their downfall. I don't get it.
There's still 4 ults available
Oh my
for Mines,
God.
even if SWOSU is able to get back and get a solid fight on the point, which I kind of doubt they will.
This is looking really good for Mines here. Obviously, proper execution is necessary, but the advantage is definitely
Any
for them.
single thing happening, a pulse bomb stick, a nano overclock kill, and everyone finds an early pick due
Oh
to
my
a huge
God.
nade. Ringo gets another kill. The ults come out for SWOSU and for Mines. Sticks.
It's just too
Hog
late for
dies too
SWOSU.
fast.
It's
May
too late.
dies.
The
Mines is
3-1.
gonna win. Mines wins the Overwatch game. 3-1.
3-1.
They take out the first seed from the other region, and they will
Fraudster region.
advance in the
Fraudster
playoffs.
region. Oh my god. My heart. I cannot even imagine the energy in the esports room right now. We're looking at these cams, the cheering, the camaraderie. It's honestly heartwarming.
And we see
Oh my
Maniac
God.
Muffin getting the play of the game, but it
Even
wasn't
though
enough to win the
he
match
may have thrown the entire game
by swapping to Hog.
by swapping Ryan and then Hog.
I almost fell out of my seat.
What
That
a
was
incredible
insane.
match to watch. I can't even believe what I just saw. Just the the momentum switch from first map to second map, then to third, then to fourth. It was absolutely breathtaking from Mines. I'm speechless.
Yeah, I don't even know what to think. These players stepped up so much. I don't know if SWOSU was just having an off day or if Mines is just the
Oh
best in the
my
world.
God.
But
Best in the world. The Ringo and Speckle combo and some of just in clutch after clutch after clutch. It's like every bone in their body was made for those clutches there.
I cannot wait to see them advance further into the playoffs
Oh
and
my
move on towards that grand
God.
finals. I think they have a serious shot.
Absolute beauty coming from the Mines team here. I honestly have no notes. I think all the rotations, I can't tell you something
Even-
that they made that they did wrong.
Even mistakes that we were starting to notice from Ringo, like overextending,
He
he
instantly
fixed them.
in-
He
like
came
he
back
heard us.
and he knew.
he fixed them in map 2, and ever since the Ringo clutch on that first point of King's Row, it all went downhill from there from SWOSU. I think maybe
crazy.
just their lack of map losses, they crumbled under the first couple.
Do we have a post-game interview coming in or something?
Oh my gosh.
I would love to do that personally, but
If we can get Joe in here, or sorry, Speckle, if we can get Speckle in here for a post-game interview, that would be incredible. He won't even need a chair.
is the next game next week?
Oh, it'll be next.
Yeah. Make sure to tune in next week to watch their second round game of the playoffs.
Gosh.
And it might even, it can't be a harder opponent. They already played the number 1 seed.
This is just an insane thing.
Oh, well, yeah. Number 1 seed from the other bracket.
Yeah, from the other region. Yeah, just wow. I mean, yeah. I can't even.
My mind is
my
blown.
heartbeat is so high right now. I've never had such a high heartbeat just watching Overwatch, but the craft and the mastery that they showed, it's just impressive. It's actually crazy to have seen, especially for us, to have seen this team grow up and to see them how they were 2 years ago and just to see where they are now. It's
Yeah,
awesome
I
to see.
completely agree.
Wow.
They've made so much progress, and they've really taken on the name of SD Mines Overwatch Varsity.
I agree. They've filled the shoes.
I wasn't sure they could do it,
They're
but
busting the seams of the shoes, honestly. They've done incredibly.
Yeah, so that was a really intense match. They managed to win it. I think that puts them positive overall for the season.
Indeed. Do I win anything for my correct prediction? That's the real question. I might be the first caster to
Posture
nail
check.
it.
Posture check.
Unfortunately, we have Will for our interview. We have
take that.
Wise-Al.
Take the headset. Jack will interview.
Okay, I will be conducting the interview here with Wise-Al. Oh my god. So,
Oh man.
in case you guys were wondering, this is Wise-Al. This is our Ana player from tonight, as you may have seen.
And captain.
Obviously the fearless captain of the South Dakota School of Mines varsity team. I'm still speechless, honestly. What an incredible match.
Oh my gosh, we were not. I'm gonna be honest. I was not expecting to win that.
Yeah.
And Drake kind of came in a little bit
Yes.
through it.
Did
And
he bring it with him?
He brought it with him. He
Ooh.
told us your guys' prediction of 3-1, Jack, and
Oh
we
my
gotta do this for Jack.
Oh my gosh, Drake coming in and giving you that extra. I said this on stream that his presence brings nurturing and supportive vibes. That's incredible to hear.
I know, and you know, I think it might have also helped that I promised promiscuous brownies for next week if we won this.
Promiscuous.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you know, the ones that we can't necessarily name on stream because of TOS.
Whatever necessary motivators you need.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got them. I mean, like we honestly saw. I mean, not really even a disappointing map one, but just a little bit lackluster, and we saw that momentum just build, and it never stopped building.
Absolutely, no. I think that map one kind of just helped us like awaken ourselves. With like, all right, we got to lock in, we got to do this,
Yeah.
and we just carried that momentum throughout the rest of the match.
I think
which really helped.
Yeah, I think like sometimes you play that first map and you're in the headset that you're gonna lose, or the headspace that you might lose, and then you you gain a lot of percent, you win team fights, and you're thinking,
Absolutely.
wait a minute, this might be winnable, and you guys just took that and ran. Some of your, there were clutch moments for sure, but in maps 3 and 4, you guys as a team collectively just dominated.
Talking about clutch moments, that nano onto Speckle with the
Oh my gosh.
Vara ult
Yes.
for the 4K.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And the nade right before
I know.
that, right when you lost Ringo, and you had to touch 4v5,
Yep.
and you hit the nade, which then triggered you guys to use both support ults to have Speckle. It was actually just beauty.
It was perfect. It was honestly so much more than I can imagine, and
Yeah.
we beat. So that was the second seeded team.
Indeed, and it was the first seed for the other region, correct?
Yes, it was. They
Yeah.
were 6-0 for their last region.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of like, honestly, we were hearing that as it went on, and we were like, are you serious? Like, they had 4 map losses total before this, and so you guys essentially doubled their map loss.
I know it's
number.
It's crazy to think about because I mean it's just like going into this, like we had nothing to lose. T was telling us we had nothing to lose going into this, so you know we gave it our all and we played our best, and it really worked out great for us.
I mean, yeah, what an honor it was for me to come back here. So I'm not here locally. I came all the way out here. I'm
6 hours,
just
isn't it?
6.5 hours to visit and to do this, and you guys gave me a show to cast.
I'm glad
awesome.
we were able to win this for you.
Oh my God.
But next week I think we go against Alberta again. So I think we win it. I think we beat them.
Have you guys been studying?
For those Albertans in chat,
Yeah.
we're gonna beat you next week.
Yeah, you darn Canadians.
You darn Canadians.
We're gonna beat you by miles, if you even know what that is. Miles ahead. Miles ahead. Oh my Lord! Wow. I mean, yeah, just incredible here.
It was a great match all around, though.
Yeah. Oh,
Have you guys already read off sponsors?
we have not done sponsors yet. Thank you guys all so much for watching. This has been an incredible match to see. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as me and Piggy did. We're going to thank a bunch of our sponsors here. Okay, we're going to be thanking Blue Peak, LIV Hospitality, and Omnitech for sponsoring streams, for sponsoring our esports program.
Yep, they do a lot to help us out here and help us what we do and keep these streams up for the most part.
Indeed.
But yeah, catch us on the flip side.
Wow. Peace.
Peace.
Thought you'd call, but you didn't, so I'm sitting here. Thought I heard my phone ring, but it disappeared. Guess I'm just losing my mind again. to breathe in, but the darkness hung its teeth in, and its mind has got me thinking. Sick and tired of feeling, so sick and tired of dreaming, 'cause I always wake up sick and tired of believing that this pain will never end. Oh, I've had enough. I've had enough. 'Cause it always comes back again, and I'm not even gonna pretend that it's okay. Constantly putting bad thoughts on replay. I really don't like living life this way, but I know that these things will never change. Tell myself to breathe in, but the darkness sun gets deep in, and its mind has got me thinking. So sick and tired of dreaming, 'cause I always wake up sick and tired of believing that this pain will never end. Oh, I've had enough. I've had enough. Here we go again. You're not here to defend. You're not here. Here we go again. I'm losing all my I'm
Why didn't I know from the very start? Oh, you left me here just to fall apart. If I wrote you a letter, would I have a chance? Would you